nice commute, green and clean, folks. Of course, we do have some stalled and abandoned vehicles throughout the borderline. That's pretty typical, especially at 5:20 at any hour, according to TxDOT. But if you go here to the northeast of El Paso, you can see right here everything going at a great pace. This is that busy intersection that we're talking about that has Lowe's, that has the Supercenter Walmart. It's not busy, guys, at 5:20 a.m. Then we go all the way to the outskirts of El Paso. You continue to go down US 54 to State Line. And it's also the outskirts of Chaparral over here in this area. If you do pan to your right, that's where they have the all subs. Also pretty good when it comes to chimichangas. As you can tell, I'm a little hungry. But overall, it's really clean, green and clean, folks. No collisions to report so far. But we do have ongoing projects such as the Artcraft projects. It's going to be Artcraft east and westbound between State Line and Doniphan alternate lane closure. And that's going to start all the way from 9 o'clock in the morning and continue to 4 p.m., but also as needed. And of course, we got to go all the way to Las Cruces to see exactly how it's going over there. We do have still cameras in Las Cruces. You can see next to Memorial Medical Center, not too much happening also in Las Cruces. So I'm wishing you a very successful Friday morning commute. Thanks, guys. We went all the way to the roads and the lanes and everything. And Las Cruces is looking really nice. Now we're going to go to Mesquite. We can see still camera 2 on this area. Not much, folks. I didn't even capture one vehicle in the still cam, but we are tracking a really successful Friday commute. We do have projects, and we'll come back with more news and weather. Mesa and Wrestler, we do see some lonely cars out there. We are tracking a very successful Friday morning commute. Not too much happening, folks, which is really good to hear, especially since we can also hear the opposite, which is multiple collisions, but not today, not right now. You know, a lot of it also has to do too that it's early hours and not that many people are out on the roads, but we're also haven't really been tracking any rain at the moment. But if we do, just make sure take off a little bit earlier, turn on your headlights, maintain your distance, make sure you have a really successful weekend, especially Valentine's is around the corner, Friday the 13th, if you are celebrating that today, and we want to make sure that you continue to win, especially the weekend, especially since we might potentially have some obstacles in the way later on with rain. Then we have all the way Mesa to Executive, all the way over here, right next to our KVIA studio. Pretty quiet morning. Then we go all the way to Paisano at Piedras. You can see the majority part of the borderline here. Beautiful downtown, but all in this area where you just see one car out there. So that summarizes the majority of what's happening today. Back to you guys.